Morning everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Staying here from Rocky Creek. A little bit late getting out here to get started with chores, but we're gonna also, while we're out here today, we're gonna talk about probably one of the most commonly asked questions about our KUNE KUNEs.
Morning y'all. Y'all upset about how long it's been for me to get out here this morning? Run a little late. Get off the camera. I can't do no with y'all when you're hungry. Hey, over here. Bubba, get your food. Get that food. Were you not in last night? I must have completely missed you.
Morning y'all.
Oh, goodness gracious. Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Morning, Lucky. Come on, brother. We'll let y'all go ahead and eat that up before it goes bad.
So it just started raining early this morning, so that food hasn't been wet very long at all. Normally if the food was wet, I go ahead and dump that out because you don't want to feed molded food to your chickens, but technically people do ferment feed, and they say that it can release some more nutrients. So if it just started raining, I go ahead and let them eat it. They actually, sometimes they like it wet, but now once I come out this afternoon, if they haven't ate most of what's in there, I'm gonna go ahead and dump it out, clean it out, and give them some fresh new food.
Morning, Q-Tip. A lot of people said they miss you, want to see more of you. You've kind of been tame here lately. Not as much drama as you used to be. I appreciate it, but your fans liked your drama.
So we had a weird situation with the chicken we call Snowball, the all white one. It reminded me of like when a rooster's first trying to start to crow, but it was terrible sounding, and I thought something had gotten them early in the morning because it's usually dark when I let them out for work. And it was actually Snowball here trying to crow like a rooster. But she is 100% a hen. But it seemed odd. It actually was the day after we got rid of our Crested Cream Leg Bar rooster. And I'm kind of wondering if instinctively she could see that there wasn't a dominant alpha of the group and started to assert herself and was exhibiting signs. It only lasted for a day and it stopped. So I'm hoping we're done with that right there. I already got a hen growing spurs, and now I'm gonna have a hen crowing like a rooster. There's too much confusion going on with all that. I just needed hens to be hens and the roosters to be roosters. Keep things simple in my life right now. This rain's starting to pick up, but you still gotta get your farm chores done, even if it's in the rain. Animals gotta be fed and they gotta be taken care of. Let's go take his food up to Mater, and let's talk about what I'm asked more than anything about, not just Mater in particular, but my KUNE KUNEs in general.
You gonna help me rake these leaves? No, probably not. Okay, bro. Here's your breakfast. So by far, while Mater's eating, will be an easy time to do this. The things I'm asked about more than anything are these tassel things right here on Mater. These are actually they're a dairy breed of pig, and you can milk them for milk.
Y'all, I'm kidding. They're not a dairy breed of pig. I just like to joke about that. Actually, I give Kevin credit at Living Traditions Homestead. They're raising Idaho pasture pigs, which is a KUNE KUNE cross with something else. And he actually said that's how you milk a pig as a joke. And I totally told him I'm going to use that moving forward. But anyways, no. These, if Mater will pick his head up, he thinks I'm trying to take his food. These that hang from their neck, and you'll see Mater's got them on both sides. He's got another one. I'm not trying to take your food, brother. Right here, sticking out. So the things on his neck, though, they really go by about 3 different names. The official name for him, my understanding, is Piri Piri, P-I-R-I, P-I-R-I. Or some people call them wattles, or some people call them tassels. It's all up to whatever you want to call them. And it's what purpose do they serve, because they are one of the few breeds of pigs that do have them. Now, goats can have something very similar. Other animals can as well. And really, the truth of the matter is, nobody knows what purpose they serve or if they even serve a purpose. Everything that I've read about it is that it's kind of, if you're gonna do true breeding characteristics of the animal, it's a trait that you try to keep in your group if you're gonna do registered breeding. And it's a desirable trait if you're gonna do show pigs and so forth. but they really don't serve any purpose whatsoever. But I'm asked about these things more than any question related to the KUNE Kunes whatsoever is, what are those things hanging from their neck?
But you can see they're kind of just like a soft, squishy tissue. They really don't, there is a little bit of a hardness to the inside of it, but of course I'm not going to squeeze it really hard so I don't want to hurt them. But for the most part, it's just soft tissue with a little something inside of it, whether it's cartilage, I'm not sure.
And Mater has 2 of them. If you've noticed in prior ones, Henry has them too. I'll take you down there and let you see Henry. But Olivia does not. It is not a characteristic distinct between male or female. It's a characteristic to the breed in general. Some KUNE Kunes are just simply born without them. Doesn't mean that they're not a purebred. They just didn't carry that trait at the time of birth. Some people say they try to breed the trait out, but then there's other articles that I've read that says that there's no rhyme or reason as to which ones end up with them and which ones don't. There's been 2 parents that had no wattles that produced wattled babies. There's been parents that both are wattled and produced no wattled babies. You will sometimes see a KUNE Kune with one and not one on the other side. And it could be that either they only had one to start with, or sometimes they're not attached very well and they may come off during some rough housing or fighting over food or whatever it may be. But hopefully, if these guys are calmed down enough, Olivia and Henry are always hard to film. I'll show you the difference on where some have them and some don't.
So as you can see right here, Henry, although his are far smaller than Mater's are, he's got a white one on this side, and you can't see the other one too well because it's black, and it blends in with the rest of his fur. But he does have another one here to the side that's a lot smaller. Miss Olivia, though, on the other hand, she's too busy trying to find food. But nowhere on Olivia does she have any wattles. She has none. Henry, there's yours, brother. Hey, don't bite my hand. I don't have food. I want them to see their wattles. See, there's his one right there. And there's the other right there.
Both Henrys and Maters are attached really good. I don't see any chance of theirs ever coming off. Olivia has none. My 2 prior KUNE Kunes, they as well had none. And it's just kind of hit or miss. And the breeder I get them from is purebred. It's just a trait. Now, during my research, KUNE Kunes are a native breed to New Zealand. And when I was researching the breed initially, I as well wondered about wattles. I don't know the accuracy of the video because I didn't really research it to make sure it's a very reliable source. But it was actually a vet who connected, I want to say it was either a heart monitor or an O2 sensor to one of those wattles on a KUNE Kune, and it actually was registering data for them. It's been a while since I've seen that video, so I can't remember if it was a pulse or if it was an oxygen, but they were kind of researching what is the purpose of these. And that's something that they had found, was that they were able to monitor that particular pig's vital signs by attaching a sensor to that wattle. So there may be a purpose on that instance, but I'm not sure. But I'm telling you guys, that is by far, anybody that ever sees these pigs here on my property or that's been watching our channel now that are developing an interest in KUNE Kunes, the first question they always ask is, what are those things hanging from their neck? It's for milking a pig. Just kidding.
What's wrong, ladies? Y'all not like the rain? Come on now.
Rain's getting the better of me. I gotta keep trying to wipe the water off my lens.
That right there, guys, is as fresh of an egg as you'll ever get.
It don't get no fresher than an egg laid literally 30 seconds ago, but it's still warm when you get it.
Hey girl, I'm just trying to get the eggs before you break them. I know you're so mad. You so mad, I'm sorry. I forgot to collect last night. Sometimes, guys, you gotta improvise. And you just gotta put your eggs in your pocket. I got some in that pocket. Can't really see them that good. I got a bunch more in that pocket.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. All right, go get these eggs put up, I've had enough of this rain for right now. We'll see if it'll slow down, and we'll try to come out later on today. So guys, it's been pretty well raining most all the day. Even right now, you probably can't tell, but there's a good drizzle. So I actually didn't get to take care of a few things that I planned on today. But we're gonna go ahead and just be inside, gonna cook us a nice little meal, try to have a sit down family dinner before we have to prepare for the work week. But I need to step out. I just got the chicken in the oven. It's kind of it's a super simple, but it's one of our favorite roasted or oven baked chicken recipes that we ever use. And the good thing is that the flavor of that chicken is still good, but it's not so overpowering that I can use that same chicken in so many other dishes and soups after the fact. But I need to go down to the garden because I'm going to saute up some kale along with some of our KUNE KUNE fat and have that along with it. So I need to get in the garden here real quick. You can grab me some leaves of some kale. There we go. I think that little bit's gonna be enough. Now this kale has a pretty thick stem on it. Honestly, I can't remember what the variety is, but it tastes really good. So I do usually have to cut the greens away from it, especially if it's some of the larger leaves from the plant, but it's not a big deal. They cut pretty easy and they saute up real nice. So guys, the weather today just did not work out the way that we had hoped for, but nonetheless, we were able to talk about our KUNE KUNEs and what is by far the most widely asked question about them. And you know what? We got to make a wholesome meal that is almost entirely from stuff raised here on our property. Chicken that was raised here with our Red Rangers, the bacon that went into our kale that came from our previous KUNE KUNE pigs that we raised, and then our kale that came from our garden, and then some homemade applesauce that we were able to batch. Now, I didn't grow the apples, those came from a friend of mine's farm, but nonetheless, all raised by either myself or the apples by some friends of mine that also have them, and we're about to have a delicious meal tonight. I just came outside because little man is finally going, taking him a nap, and so, you know, when the baby's asleep, leave the baby asleep, don't interrupt that. But real quick though, so my brother Jimmy, he actually teaches some kids, and come to find out, he's been playing our videos to his students, and apparently they're having a blast. They love some Q-tip and they get to see everybody. So guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out, all y'all from Sean, Colt, Carson, Peyton, Prince, you know, I think I got all y'all. Hopefully I didn't miss nobody. But, you know, my brother Jimmy told me about y'all hanging out with us. We're glad to have y'all. Young people inspired to grow their own food or to find any of this stuff interesting. You know, that's our future, so we're glad to have y'all along for the ride as well, along with all of our other subscriber and viewers that we get every day. As always, we appreciate you guys. Appreciate you coming out with us. Hopefully we'll get some good weather here pretty soon, and we can start working on some of these projects outside we need to get done. But until then, y'all be safe, take care of each other, and keep your heads high. And as always, we'll see you here real soon on the next video. Y'all be good.